Now, more continuous eyewitness team coverage of South by Southwest 2012 on TDGN on Slacker Radio. Brought to you by Power Bag, Trover, and Meshin.
Hey, it's the Droid Guy here. We're at South by Southwest in the Samsung Blogger Lounge, where they've unveiled with Rovio Mobile Angry Birds Space. And what was your name again?
Sarah.
Sarah from Finland. Where are you from?
I'm from Finland.
From Finland. From Rovio Mobile is going to show us a little demo here.
So let's start with the basics. How to work with the trajectories. The very first level, where you can sort of like warm up a bit. And
Well, what
see
is it
how
doing
it's
there? I've never seen Angry Birds do that before.
We can try another one. We have some really cool new elements here. So you could see that there was a gravity field in the last level, but this is totally weightless. So you just have to figure out how things float here.
Is there a variety of birds like in all the other games that do different things?
Yeah. And actually, like the familiar birds that have been on the game before now have special superpowers. Let me show you something else.
Holy moly.
So there's double gravitation here with the two planets.
Now, I was reading something somewhere about NASA's endorsed this or something, or you've had NASA guys playing it, or...
Yeah, well, we've actually sort of worked with NASA for a long time now. It all started off from a Twitter conversation last summer, where NASA and Angry Birds were just exchanging a couple of tweets, just casually. And the next thing we know, we have a special low gravitation level in Angry Birds. And after that, one of the Angry Birds went to space actually with the Soyuz, the Russian space rocket. So
they were playing Angry Birds in space.
So they had an iPad and a plush toy with them.
Now this version or the traditional version?
The classic one, the original, yeah. And then we figured that, it's a match made in heaven with the space game. So what we're doing with NASA is, first of all, we did the announcement from space, from the ISS space station,
right?
Where we had Astro Petit, so Don Petit was giving us some lessons on how trajectories work and, how you're supposed to work with the birds in the low gravitation space.
Because Angry Birds isn't just a game, it's physically proper. You use laws of physics and gravity, and space made it even harder, I'd imagine.
Yeah, well, it's hard. It's different. I wouldn't say it's too much harder, but it certainly have a very different, but still familiar gameplay in it. And you have to learn how to use the gravitational fields and the different, how the trajectories bend, and how the new superpowers work with the birds.
Sweet.
And with NASA, we're obviously doing like a lot of educational material. So we're teaching kids about space and how the physics work there. And it's fun with the Angry Birds, so it's sort of like a very, very nice match there.
And this is available globally March 22nd?
Yes.
On everything?
Android, iOS, PC and Mac to begin with.
Awesome. And you guys have another game in the pipeline after this?
Yeah, we're not done yet.
Awesome.
No way.
Well, it's Angry Birds Space. Look for it in the Android market starting next week on March 22nd. We are live at South by Southwest 2012 on thedroidguy.com and YouTube, brought to you by Meshin, Trover, and My Power Bag.